Did you know corsets were once so extreme they could reshape your organs? Welcome to a wild ride through the quirky, controversial, and downright fascinating history of corsets, fashion's most notorious accessory. On this channel, Objectified, we dive into the stories behind everyday objects that shaped our world in unexpected ways. Today, we are exploring the corsetta garment that has cinched waists, sparked debates, and even changed history. They are a mirror of society's ideals, struggles, and quirks. So, grab a seat, maybe loosen your belt, and let us uncover the surprising tale of this iconic piece of clothing. The corset story begins way back in the 16th century, though its roots stretch even further. Some historians point to ancient Crete around 2000 BCE, where Minoan women wore tight, structured garments to emphasize tiny waists. But the corset as we know it took shape in Renaissance Europe. By the 1500s, wealthy women in Italy and France were wearing stiffened bodices to create a smooth, conical silhouette. These early corsets were not just about looks, they signaled status. Only the elite could afford the materials like whalebone or steel, and the time it took to lace up. Fun fact: European noblemen used them to achieve a sleek V-shaped torso, proving corsets were not always gendered. But as fashion evolved, corsets became a women's garment, tied to ideals of femininity and restraint. By the 18th century, corsets were a wardrobe staple for European women across classes. They were hand-stitched, often with linen or silk, and reinforced with boning to mold the body. The Georgian era pushed for an hourglass figure, with corsets tightening waists to extreme degrees. The 19th century brought big changes. The Victorian corset, with its steel boning and eyelets, was mass-produced thanks to the Industrial Revolution. This made corsets more affordable, but also more controversial. Reformers, like those in the Rational Dress Society, argued corsets restricted women physically with tight lacing, sometimes reducing waists to 16 inches and symbolically tying them to rigid gender roles. Innovation kept pace. In the 1860s, the health corset emerged, designed to be less restrictive. By the early 20th century, designers like Paul Poiret pushed for looser silhouettes, and World War I sealed the deal: women needed practical clothing for work, not fainting couches. Corsets faded, replaced by girdles and brass, but they never truly disappeared. Corsets were more than fashion, they were cultural battlegrounds. In the 19th century, they symbolized respectability. A loose woman was not just morally suspect, her uncorseted figure was scandalous. Yet corsets also empowered. They gave women control over their appearance in a world with few freedoms. Performers like burlesque dancers used corsets to command attention, turning a restrictive garment into a tool of rebellion. The corset's influence lingers. In the 1980s, designers like Vivienne Westwood and Jean-Paul Gaultier revived corsets as edgy feminist statements. Today, corsets are everywhere, on red carpets, in cosplay, even as everyday tops. They spark debates about body image and autonomy, proving their cultural weight endures. Let us sprinkle in some quirky tidbits. Did you know corsets were blamed for everything from tuberculosis to infertility in the 1800s? Doctors called it corset disease, though bad science often fueled the panic. Another gem, Queen Victoria's corset maker Jean Worley patented a corset with over 100 whalebone strips. Talk about royal commitment. Ever heard of tight-lacing cults? In the Victorian era, some women formed secret clubs to compete for the smallest waist, with measurements as low as 13 inches. And here is a modern twist. The corset training trend, popularized by celebrities like Kim Kardashian, claims to permanently shrink waists. Spoiler: science says it is mostly hype. From Renaissance courts to TikTok trends, corsets have cinched their place in history. They have shaped bodies, sparked rebellions, and reflected society's ever-changing ideals. Whether you see them as oppressive or empowering, one thing is clear: corsets are not just clothing. They are a testament to human creativity, resilience, and the quest for self. What do you think? Would you ever try a corset? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you loved this deep dive, thanks for joining us on this wild journey through corset history. Stay curious, keep exploring, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, keep rocking your own style, laced up or not.